Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as the weather's getting warmer, I decided to make a spring video. I mean, even though I like my colder weather fragrance a lot more, it's almost time to do some spring videos because, I mean, at least the part of the world that I'm living in is getting a lot warmer now. So we don't have really cold days anymore. So for me, spring just symbolizes like a birth of flowers. Everywhere is green, the animals are out, and so it's almost like a birth of the nature. So it's not as hot as summer, so it's perfect season. So the fragrances that I selected for this video are more like floral, kind of maybe sweet, clean, fragrances that actually match with the spirit of spring. And those are the fragrances that are the ones that I think of when I first think about spring fragrances. So I hope you will enjoy it. If you're ready, let's get started. So the first fragrance is APOM from Maison Francis-Kurkdjian. So when this fragrance first came out, it was really hyped because it's actually an older fragrance that is just re-released, but this was for men and women separately. Now this one is just one fragrance for that's actually unisex, maybe a little bit more feminine leaning, but this is like a sweet floral scent with like orange, ylang ylang, but it doesn't smell like a sunscreen. It gets ambery and vanilla in the dry down, but it's a perfectly airy scent. It doesn't get like dark or very sweet. It's very suitable for the springtime. Its projection and performance is also very good, so I'm sure I will wear this fragrance a lot in springtime, and I would definitely recommend. It's basically it's a perfect fragrance for the spring weather and spring spirits. So it's APOM from Maison Francis-Kurkdjian. So the next fragrance is Beach Hut Man from Amouage. Well, the beach hut in this bottle is actually misleading because this is not a summer fragrance. At first, I thought it was a summer fragrance when I first saw this one, but hopefully I've watched some reviews and everything before actually buying it, because this will be too much for summer. It's a very strong fragrance. It has a beautiful mint and orange note. It gets woodier and maybe a little bit sweeter at the end, but it's basically a very strong, very green fragrance that reminds you of a beach hut, but that's like surrounded by trees. Maybe it's a bit raining. It's a beautiful fragrance. Just don't be fooled by the summer appearance of the bottle. This is very strong for summer, so it's a perfect spring scent. It's beautiful. It's Beach Hut Man from Amouage. So the next fragrance is Lirius from Renier. So I'm a Renier fan. I like all of their fragrances, and this one's the one that I first got. My first Renier fragrance is Lirius. It actually, for me, symbolizes the spring, but not spring in like a regular spring. It's a spring in like a tropical place because it's kind of sweet, fruity. It has like tropical fruits like guava in it. It gets like woodier and sweeter at the end, but it's a very nice floral, sweet, kind of fruity, beautiful scent that actually symbolizes spring in a tropical place. So every time you feel like you want to go in that kind of place, you can smell this one or spray this one on. It's a very strong fragrance. It's an extrait. It's perfect for the spring and also fall. It's a beautiful floral, unisex, strong, projecting fragrance. It's Lirius from Renier. So the next fragrance is Tubéreuse Astrale from Maison Crivelli. This is a perfectly unisex tuberose scent. It's it's very tuberose forward, but it's not very feminine. It's a very well-balanced tuberose with some osmanthus, which gives it a little bit of apricot-y vibe. It has like musk and vanilla type of notes at the base, but it's very airy, very beautiful white flower scent that is actually very strong because this is also an Extrait collection made by Quentin Biche. So if you like tuberose fragrances, but you think that The tuberose note is very feminine. This is not. This is a perfectly unisex scent that everyone can use. And it's perfect for spring because of this white flower, clean vibe to it. It's Tubéreuse Astrale from Maison Crivelli. So the next fragrance is Burlington 1819 from Roja Parfums. This is one of the best Roja Parfums for hotter weather. Actually, you can use this also in summer, but it's more towards spring for me because it's kind of sweeter fragrance that has like a very prominent grapefruit note. So that's why people always compare it with like Taiga or Vibrato from Sospiro. But this is more of a refined grapefruit, kind of green, kind of vanilla, you know, much more sophisticated scent that has a very good performance. I mean, you know, the Roja fragrances has like millions of notes in it, so you can't really say, okay, this smells like this, but you can definitely get that grapefruit at the beginning. So it's a beautiful fragrance. It's perfect for springtime because it also kind of has a floral nature to it. But of course, you can use this one in the summer, but maybe it's a bit more, it's a bit too sweet to use in like very hot weather. So it's perfect for spring. It's 1819 from Burlington 1819 from Roja Parfums. So the next fragrance is 400 from Xerjoff. I think this is one of the most underrated fragrances of Xerjoff because this is like a white flower, you know, citruses like orange. It has like white tobacco in it. It has vanilla, kind of patchouli, but this is a beautiful fragrance that always makes me think of it as like a less tobacco-y, a little bit more floral version of the Naxos fragrance. It has amazing performance. It's totally unisex. It's a hidden gem basically. You should really try this one. It's kind of sweet and strong, but it has that floral nuances for spring. It's beautiful. A little bit of citruses. It's a perfect fragrance. It's 400 by Xerjoff. Now the next fragrance is Ambra Calabria by Nishane. So this is a sweet, citrusy amber fragrance. It's not a dark amber fragrance. It's beautiful. It's a little bit floral. It gets sweeter at the end. So it basically symbolizes everything for a spring fragrance. It's very meditative, calming effect. Its performance is okay. It's not groundbreaking, but it's beautiful. Totally unisex. This is a very unique scent that is really, really meditative. It's really not an offensive scent. You can wear this like every day in spring, and you will be amazed by how beautiful it is. It's Ambra Calabria by Nishane. So the next fragrance is Royal Sapphire by Thameen. So this is also kind of underrated. Like I don't hear many people talking about it. This is a floral amber citrus fragrance also that kind of smells clean also at the same time. I think it's very masculine. It's not a unisex scent. It's again not a dark amber fragrance, but more of on the fresher side. It's beautiful, sophisticated, manly fragrance that is kind of floral, but at the same time clean, beautiful. It has also very good performance, so it's not like a weak fragrance. It's very strong. You shouldn't spray too much of it, but it's I think it's also a hidden gem. It's Royal Sapphire by Thameen. So the next fragrance is Contralto by Sospiro. Basically, I adore this fragrance because regardless of the notes, it reminds me of Balda Freak by Byredo, but like a much stronger. It's a Balda Freak on steroids basically, because this is has the same DNA with sweeter, more dense version of Balda Freak. So it has that fruity, almost figgy, like creamy nature of Balda Freak, but everything is just amplified. It's sweeter, it's creamier, it's beautiful. So this is also a hidden gem from Sospiro. I don't hear everyone's talking about Dolce Melodia, whatever, Vibrato, Dolce Sonata, but this is a beautiful fragrance especially for spring because it's very, very strong. It's Contralto by Sospiro. So the next fragrance is Gucci Guilty Elixir this is the Man Edition. basically it's kind of a floral, amber, vanilla, orange scent that has like a similar DNA with Reflection Man from Amouage. But this is a creamier, a little bit darker version of it, so it's perfect for spring. It's floral at the same time, it's beautiful. I think it's a very decent performance for a designer fragrance, and it's a very refined fragrance as a designer. It's beautiful. So if you like that Reflection 45 DNA but want a bit like a bit darker, a different version of it, this is beautiful. Perfect for spring. It's Gucci Elixir for Man by Gucci. So the next fragrance is Pearl from Mancera. So this is basically a fig fragrance, but this is a green fig with a hint of rose in it. So it's beautiful, fruity, green, woody fragrance that is just amazing. I mean, this is also a hidden gem. It's beautiful. Its performance is amazing. It really, especially on a rainy day, this will be a perfect fragrance. It's very green and fruity. It's very strong. It's not like a weak fragrance. So it's basically it's a Mancera. So I really recommend you try it. It's unisex, so everyone can use it. It's Pearl by Mancera. So the next fragrance is Gozo by Jeroboam. So basically it's a tuberose scent that has like amber, saffron, ambroxan, those kind of notes. It's very strong. So all of the Jeroboam fragrances are Extrait. So this is a very strong, floral, airy, beautiful scent. It's like a fragrance that you can use all year round, but it's perfect for springtime. The floral nature to it, so it's white florals, but at the same time, kind of you actually smell that saffron too. So and ambroxan. So it's very strong, very powerful, beautiful, perfectly like all season scent that is amazing in spring. So you should really try this one. It's a value for money. It's Gozo by Jeroboam. The last fragrance is Gris Charnel Extrait by BDK. So the original Gris Charnel is basically for me more suitable for summer. When it's really hot, it's really beautiful. But this one is more darker. It's a bit creamier, so it still has that tea and iris notes to it, but it's more of a vanilla, fig fragrance. It's beautiful. I think for a cooler spring nights, this is a beautiful fragrance. It has a very good longevity. It doesn't project that much. I think the original Gris Charnel projects a bit more at the beginning, but this one is more closer to skin, but it's a very long-lasting fragrance. It's also very comforting, beautiful, very unisex. Everyone can use it, but this is perfect for especially cooler spring nights and spring days. It's Gris Charnel Extrait by BDK. So those are the spring fragrances that I can think of when I first think about what should I wear in spring. But usually there are a lot of fragrances you can use. You can use the summer fragrances also in spring, but for me, spring fragrances should be more floral to, really rhyme with the spring spirit. It's like the greenness, the, flowers just blooming and everything. So basically, those are the type of fragrances I think we should use in springtime. I hope you enjoyed this list. So see you in the next video.